Hi Aries, welcome. So Aries, this is going to be your August reading. We're going to go ahead and jump straight into it. It's a two-part reading. So the first part is going to be general messages. The second portion is going to be the you versus them love reading. And if you're only interested in the you versus them, you can feel free to click on the timestamp and it'll take you straight to it. So Aries, let's see what we have coming through here. You have several cards out. I will tell you that the energy feels a bit complex to me. We just had a super moon. We have 2 full moons in August, which will make for a very interesting month. But yeah, I just got this complex type of vibe coming through here. Now, as far as the cards go, you have the North Node, Taurus energy, the Square, and Piscean energy, also Aquarian energy here. That may be in your chart, or the chart of the person or people that you may be dealing with, or it could just be the influencing vibes. So I feel like Aries, lots of different things coming through. And it's interesting to me that we have the card of the challenge, right? Because that's what I felt the most. But kind of like this tense type of vibe where it may feel like there's demands being placed on you. It may feel very easy to get frustrated or irritated or caught up in the problem of something right now. Also very emotional energy, very sensitive type of vibe here. On the other hand, there's this very practical, grounded type of vibe and this hopefulness coming through. So whatever's been challenging you emotionally in particular, I feel like there is some sort of answer here, but there's also this encouragement to stay practical, to stay grounded, to not let yourself get swept away in this energy, especially around the full moon. There's something coming to fruition here, right? And it's all about the journey and also your purpose and what you're here to fulfill, okay? So let's see what else. We're going to get some Osho Zen cards out and see what we have coming through for my Aries. Oh, goodness. Get back in there. All right. You have the card of understanding. So again, there's 2 messages here about an opportunity to understand something better, okay? To be freed from whatever mental bondage you may have had going on here. Let's see what else for my Aries. I really like these cards. They're not traditional at all, but some of them are flipped over. Yet I enjoy them. Let's see. Osho Zen. All right, so you also have the card of playfulness. So an encouragement here to have a little bit more fun, not to take things so seriously, to be a little bit lighter about whatever this challenge is that you're facing here, right? Sometimes it's so hard not to take life seriously because it feels so real and it feels so intense. And sometimes our emotions are so intense as well, especially when emotions are running high, especially around, the full moon. But there's this encouragement here to have this more light approach to whatever you have going on, Aries, and to find the fun in what you're able to find fun in. And as weird as that sounds, that helps lead you to the answer. So let's see what else we have coming through for you, for my Aries. Let's see, you have the Page of Pentacles, the Emperor, the King of Wands, there's a kind of like this air of trepidation in the air as well. I'm not sure if that's coming from your energy, Aries, or someone you're connecting to. It's wrapped around whatever this challenge is. So, the good news is you're showing up pretty strongly in your own reading in the upright. So I feel like whatever is coming through during this time frame, there's an opportunity here for you to exercise some sort of control here, or you have some the ability to stay in control with whatever this is. There's this encouragement to stay confident as well, Aries, to know that you have a good support network. Some of you this might be a good time to use your social network to rely on others. I know you like to be the one to be relied on, but sometimes we need to rely on others, and that's all right too, because I feel like that support is showing up for you here, Aries. It could be in the form of friends, people at work, family, and also spiritual support. But there's this big push here to stand your ground, okay? To be confident in whatever decisions that you're making. And again, there's some sort of potential in all of this. So let's see. And I keep hearing messages like, don't let this drag out. Something about disappointment as well. Okay, so if you have something bothering you, don't let it drag out or don't dwell. Let's see what else. The Magician, the Page of Swords, the Four of Cups. Are they not interested in? So some of you, there's some sort of tower moment here that's showing up, okay, that for some reason you're not very interested in. So there's something that's changing in your world, okay, during this time frame, and either you're unaware of it and or unaffected by it and or not interested in it. But I get a sense of like your mind being elsewhere. I get a sense of like your mind trying to like conjure up ideas or different ways to go about something, gaining more insight, learning something new. And in the meantime, there's something else here on offer that you don't really seem to be that interested in, but it has potential, okay? And it's followed by the Tower, so let's see what that is. Ooh, my energy feels so off. Like all of a sudden I feel a little sweaty. And like nervous, like my nerves. Like I don't know if like you have something going on that affects your nervous system, or like I just feel, I don't know, on edge, or if someone's getting on your nerves. I'm specifically getting the word nerves or nervous. So anyways, it's so interesting to me that you would be oblivious and or not care about whatever this Tower is, whatever this big change is, because what's behind this huge change is a huge opportunity. So it's almost like some of you have something that feels within your control, that you're comfortable with, maybe provides security, and yeah, it does have some potential, but there's something here going on in the unknown, right? Or something bigger that is for you that you seem to be ignoring, because maybe one option is more easy or secure or feels that way and the other isn't. Maybe there would be a lot of movement or change needed should you go in the other direction, but yet the payout is much bigger. So some of you, this could be in regards to career, where you're very comfortable with where you're at, and so not really looking for a change, but a change may be on the horizon. Or maybe, there is an opportunity here for change, but for whatever reason, it doesn't seem enticing to you, but Spirit wants you to see it that way, or at least entertain it or something. If this is to deal with relationships, it's like feeling in control as far as that goes, having a lot of support around you, but there's some sort of change that's positive coming through, like a higher level of commitment or something going from a small potential to a big potential, but you seem to be completely unaware of this. So because for some reason I feel like your mind is on like, I don't know, it's somewhere else. It's something to do with the Page of Swords, learning something new. Queen of Swords, the High Priestess. And it could be that you're not interested in changing something just quite yet because it would require for you to learn something new, or I don't know, take this as it resonates. I feel a lot of mental exhaustion. Wow. But I feel like overall, Aries, you're getting clear messages from Spirit. This is like clarity coming to you and seeing something from all sides, seeing something from all angles, feeling intuitively drawn. Some of you, there's this more playful energy coming through, romance and opportunity to connect with friends, your social life. You know, it's not always so serious. It's not always about work and your challenges. Sometimes it's about fun and following your dreams. And I feel like that's kind of the approach that Spirit wants you to take, okay? I love that you have the King and the Queen of Swords. So for those of you who are looking for partnership, that's a high possibility during this time frame, as these two are a match, okay? A spiritual match. There might be some new romance coming through. If you're in a committed relationship, there might be a reinfusion of that romance coming through. So something to get excited about here, Aries. And we're going to go into the you versus them portion of the reading here in a little bit to go a little bit deeper on that part. But let's see what the guidance is overall for Aries. It says, let go and breathe. Once you let go of the outcome, you'll be able to release all the emotional constraints that have held you back. Trust in the highest good and guidance of Spirit, as we only have your best intentions at heart and will do everything in our power to protect you. Breathe. The breath is the vital bridge between your body and soul. It's the connection between the inside and the outside. Take time to do some deep breathing to reinvigorate yourself, Aries. Breathing exercises it sounds like so silly, but it's actually really helpful. And it's not so much about the breathing as it is the quieting of the mind. So if you don't practice that, 10-15 minutes a day will really change your life more than you know. And it will definitely take some stress off of you. So sound advice. But either way, we're going to go into the you versus them love portion of the reading now. So I'll see you in just a minute. And welcome back. So Aries, this is going to be the you versus them love portion of the reading. And we're going to go ahead and get straight into it and see what the overall messages are for you. You have the 11th house here, Aquarian energy. I also saw that in the general message part of the reading. Some of you may be influenced by that energy, have it in your chart or the chart of the person you're connecting with. But this is talking about friendship, group creativity, interestingly enough, your social network. But it's a very hopeful energy. Sometimes it talks about wish fulfillment. It definitely talks about expecting a little bit of the unexpected. So let's see what else we have coming in for you, Aries. And what your crowning energy is and the person you're connecting with. You have the 4 of Wands. Whoa. And this person, whoops, has the World card. So Aries, you're in this space where maybe you're looking for a few different things. Both of these cards highlight freedom, but also, interestingly enough, at the same time, it highlights stability. But there is freedom in stability, right? When we're really unstable in life, it's hard to have freedom. We're usually under a lot of bondage, whether it be, owing others or being on other people's time schedules, or feeling obligated towards others. Vice versa, when we're very secure with where we're at and things in our life are stable, it does provide an immense amount of freedom, the ability to choose, the ability to call your own shots. So if you've been in a state of bondage for whatever reason, I feel like you're getting free from that energy during this time frame. This person has the World, so some sort of karmic completion coming through here, some success coming through on this person's end. Let's go a little bit further and see. We're going to look at the recent past first and what led up to the now. And then we're going to look at how you perceive each other, how you feel underneath it all, and most likely outcome. 9 of Pentacles, 6 of Cups, 4 of Pentacles, and the 10 of Pentacles here showing up in the recent past. So there might have been something you've been working on here, Aries, that has resulted in something bigger, right? See, this person is kind of reaching for a personal goal, and then that personal goal becoming much bigger or end up benefiting others. So you might have been really in this place of expansion, okay, when it came to what you have to offer others, when it comes to building your own security and stability. And you know, when we're stable, we're in a place to give to others. So you may have also been in this space where you were able to, you know, give off that extra to other people and still have some left over for yourself. So it's a really good place to be in energetically, Aries, and it's a very self-sufficient type of vibe. So let's see this person's recent past. 3 of Wands, Ace of Cups, and the Empress. Woo. Let's see what else. And then the World card. So Aries, I feel like this person has been spending a lot of time thinking about their future and really trying to follow their heart. There's a lot of love here. If this is an intimate connection, this person may just have been in this space of admiration, love, wanting to nurture the connection, having some sort of success and karmic completion as well. So I feel like something that this person was waiting for, right, is either coming to fruition during this time frame or recently has, and certainly you or they would know when they're watching this, but there's definitely a completion here. So let's see how you see each other, and I'm gonna use these cards. How you see each other in the current energy. I just kind of feel like, yeah, I felt a lot of kind of like tense type of energy in the first portion of the reading, and it's simmered down quite a bit, but I kind of feel like, I don't know, this feeling of meh, like not really feeling super motivated right now, although I feel like you have been kind of charging through, or you've accomplished a lot here, but there's a slowdown period where I feel like you may need to rest a little bit more, where it's all right to slow down, and that's the card that came through, to allow yourself to readjust to whatever you have going on, okay? I feel that whoever you're connecting with here, Aries, has definitely made you question self, maybe even your own existence, right? Like nothing makes us question life more than other people, than relationships, especially people we love, right? But, or maybe it's provided you a new vantage point, right, for how you view life and relationships, but it's deep, right? I feel like this is something that's really transformative for you, a connection that has the ability to transform as well. And could be for your highest good. You have the 2 of Cups here, but certainly you would know that. It's all about feeling your feelings right now, Aries, and, you know, recognizing what feels good to you and what doesn't, and following that path of least resistance. There's a change that wants to come through, and I picked that up in the first portion of the reading as well. And I picked up in that part of the reading that either you're unaware or somewhat uninterested in it, but it's for your highest good, and here's a reminder of that yet again. And this change is allowing you to kind of walk away, right, from something that wasn't serving you anymore. And there's hesitancy around this, okay? And I'm not talking about like literally walking away from a person or a place. I'm talking about like walking away from an experience or something that you're holding active in your vibration that no longer serves a purpose for you. Okay, like a behavior or a thought pattern. But I also am getting like it's much bigger than that. So it, like once you change some sort of thought pattern here, it becomes much bigger. Okay, weird. Some of you may have had really deep feelings for this person or felt like a very intuitive connection here. And then things change, right? And it doesn't have to be for the negative, but there's some sort of change in that. So let's see what else. This person has 10 of Wands, 4 of Swords, 8 of Wands, ooh, King of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, King of Cups. Ooh, there it is again. I feel exhausted. What the heck? Maybe it's your cross watcher. I don't know. Because this person is showing up as the 10 of Wands, which is like this very heavy energy. A lot of things weighing on them. They're trying to get peace of mind about it. Also maybe trying to, you know, think of the right words to say, Aries, especially when it comes to expressing their emotion and what they're passionate about. And yet they're trying to stay grounded as well, trying to stay practical. And I'm hearing the song "You Are Always on My Mind." So yeah, I feel like this is kind of complicated and not negative, not in a negative way, but I feel a lot of complicated emotions arising out of this person's energy here. Stress and understanding. So there's the stress that I'm feeling here. Now, of course, because it's a general, it can be coming from either end, but I really feel it on this person's side. Like they're really stressing about some sort of misunderstanding or wanting to be understood, right? And I feel like it's kind of kept this person in this space of exhaustion, to be honest with you. Well, nothing is more exhausting than trying to be understood by someone dedicated to misunderstanding us. So I don't know if there's something about that going on, but let's go into the heart space. 8 of Pentacles, King of Wands, the Queen of Swords. No, too many. And the Judgment card. So Aries, in the heart space, there's this message here about like getting back on the same page, okay? Or an opportunity to do that. There's sorry, hold on. There's a sense of like working on yourself and working on your self-confidence as well, while also thinking about, you know, a judgment call that you need to make here, but really also about the need to release something. Maybe there's a judgment you have about yourself that you need to release, or about this person that is hindering the connection or hindering your ability to feel good. But I feel like this is kind of you being your own worst critic at times and needing to be a bit kinder to yourself, Aries. But I also feel a sense of being confident though. At the end of the day, I feel like you know what's best for you. And there's this confidence coming through whatever this judgment call is that you're needing to make. So let's see this person's heart space. A Strength card. Some of you may want to work on the connection, but there's something that needs to be released here. They have the Eight of Pentacles as well, so there's work that they need to do as well on their own self-esteem, on their own self-confidence, sometimes getting in their own way with their own negative thoughts. Maybe y'all have that in common, you know what I mean? Like does attract like. Some people say, well, no, opposites attract. And I would say, well, that would buck all the theories of the universe, that of which is likened to itself is drawn. But I do think we can appear different on the surface as far as like preferences go, how we dress, what we like. But energy, I'm talking about energy, what you're emitting on a daily basis may be very much a match deep down. So you can't tell if someone is truly a match just on the surface. It's much deeper than that, right? It's about vibration, and this person is vibrating on a similar wavelength as you, or you would not be in each other's realities. So that's the reality of it, whether you're aware of that or not. And they also seem to be, you know, in this place of like working on their self-confidence, but also at the same time doubting themselves. And sometimes that brings out this more harsh side of them, this more detached side of them, where they're not always using their heart and their emotions the way it was designed to be used. So let's go into the next likely outcome. Five of Swords. I just feel like super disheartened. What in the world? I don't know where this is coming. Because see, now the message in the spiritual part of the reading was to be less serious. But it feels so serious, okay, during this reading. Five of Swords, Queen of Wands, the Hangman. Now, some of you, it's because there's been some sort of heartache involved here. But I feel like, for the most part, this is like having a hard time making the connection between how your thoughts and your thoughts about this person or self interfere with your own desires, okay, or your own desire for connectivity. And see, our thoughts are so tricky because hard to tell which ones serve us and which ones don't, especially if you don't pay attention to how they make you feel. But should you ever really pay close attention to how you feel when you think a thought, it will be easy to determine which thoughts are worth continuing to think and which aren't. But there seems to be some sort of disconnect here, and it's interfering with your happiness, okay? And so what is the answer? Is the answer to do something drastic? Is it to cut someone off? Spirit says no. It's about changing your perspective on the connection. Changing the way that you think about it. It's your thoughts about it that are draining you, Aries. It seems like it's another person or outside influence, but it is your thoughts about it. And they're saying to change your perspective to thoughts that feel better, okay? Or see the situation in a way where you could find the good or the silver lining or something. And that will stop the endless drain on you, which I feel completely drained in this reading. And I feel like it's because of like letting something get into your head, or it's the way that you're perceiving this situation, and they want you to think outside the box. Nothing occurs in our life by happenstance. So if there's a purpose for everything, and the basis of the universe is your well-being, and it is, and that things are always working out for you, then that means that whatever the purpose is, there's some good in it. It's just whether you can see it or not, whether you can perceive it or not. And that makes all the difference, because once you can perceive the blessing in it, the good in it, or this person, or whatever, or this experience, then you're freed from it. You're freed from the emotional bondage of it. And that's the true freedom everyone is looking for in this life. So, it's heavy. Okay. Knight of Swords, Seven of Cups, Ten of Pentacles. The Wheel. So again, there's this karmic completion coming in for this person. All right. The Lovers and the Nine of Swords. A lot of stress around this person or the connection. So I feel like this person, you know, this is a side note. There may be communication coming in regards to this person's finances or yours during this time frame. And that could be what the stress is about. But there's options. There's choices. There's other avenues here. I also feel like there may be communication coming through about this person's home or their stability. And there's confusion here, but there's choices. There's just a lack of clarity right now. See, because this person is unfortunately under the influence of their stress rather than being under the influence of their source, which is clarity. And that's all right. One good night's sleep or a nice meditation will help clear this energy for them. But for the unaware person that doesn't know how to clear energy, this could last longer than it needs to. And I do feel there is a completion in this, though. So there is some sort of ending to this cycle. Yeah, which is going to allow this person to refocus themselves. I heard reinvent themselves. Some of them are in the process of reinventing themselves. And then there's a new opportunity. See, anytime it looks like there's no options, there's no choices, anytime it seems like this is the end, it is never the end. It is always just a new beginning. And this is true of all phases of your life, including death. Death is not an ending. It is simply a transition into a new beginning. And I feel like whatever's transitioning in the connection here, it is leading to a new perspective on your end, okay? And an opportunity for somebody to reinvent themselves. I pick it up on their end, but it could also be on yours. And definitely an opportunity for a new beginning. So, wow. Let's see what the guidance has to say then for you. Okay. Cross washer. So your card says, seek. The power of spirit exists in all things. Everything is made of energy. Every single thing in your physical world contains a fragment of spirit, including you. We are all one with spirit. Right? So this is a reminder to you that everything is connected to you, Aries, and how you think and feel matters a lot, because that's how you attract things into you. This person has caregiver. We are with you. Spirit has its own way of recognizing the care and love you provide to others. Caregivers often focus their attention on loved ones and neglect their own concerns. I don't know if this person is a caregiver or you're a caregiver for them, or maybe they need care. I'm not very sure, but that is the spiritual message that they received. So, wow, Aries, very interesting reading. Please do let me know how this works out for you. Zodiac signs that you could be connecting with or have in your own chart. I have Gemini here. I have Aries energy. Leo, Taurus, Aquarius, Libra, Leo again, Pisces, Taurus, Scorpio. And those are the primary signs I'm seeing. But take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it did resonate, please do let me know in the comments down below. Also, don't forget to give me a like, share, and subscribe. I also have a Facebook and Instagram where you can catch me for more fun stuff. I do videos on Facebook mostly, but you can check out all my social media links in the description box below, as well as in the About section. Otherwise, I'm wishing you the very best, Aries. And until next time, my friends, namaste.